Now, if I lost everything, my YouTube channel, my community, my clients, my email list, and I lost absolutely everything, and I wanted to start again using YouTube to get my first few paying clients, then this is the strategy that I would use. And it wouldn't be about trying to go viral and going big or even about getting monetized. But if I wanted to get my first few clients in, say, 30, maybe to 60 days, but aiming for the first 30 days, then this is what I would do. So in order to get my first few clients, the main thing I would look at first will be to focus on one clear group or one clear individual and a problem that I can actually fix for them. So I would work out what skills that I have that are potentially in demand that those people would want from me. Now, if I didn't have those skills and I was literally starting completely from zero, then what I would do is I would go out and find in-demand skills in areas that I felt I could learn something quite quickly. And there's many simple online skills that you can learn now, and you could go and learn those. But I would try to go for one that's going to be a problem that I could definitely fix for people in 90 days. We don't really want to be fixing problems that take way too long to fix. Otherwise, it's not necessarily going to be something that's as desirable to people. You can do that as you sort of start to take on people on an agency level. So if you're going to be working with people ongoing, then yes, perhaps. But people generally, especially with any type of course and coaching and so on, people generally want something under 90 days. So I would look for one clear problem for one clear person and a problem that I can fix in under 90 days. And a problem that is in demand. This is something that they really want. So again, not creating content for many people. I don't really want to be doing that. I don't want to be going general because yes, this may grow my channel a bit faster, but it's not going to get me clients faster. So I would want to go very targeted onto that particular transformation for that problem that I fix for that particular group of people. So we can go broader potentially a bit later on as we're trying to expand our reach. But in the beginning, again, I'm not focused on monetization at all. I just want to get those clients. So I really want to speak to those particular people and their particular problems. So again, an in-demand problem. So I don't want to be creating demand. I want to be finding a problem, a lot like going fishing. I want to know where the fish are. I want to know what they're eating. And I want to go and fish there with that particular bait so I know that I'm going to catch them. No point in trying to spend ages creating something. I'd rather just go where the fish are and catch them. And it has to be something that they will pay you for. So you've also got to think about this. If I'm going to be selling, say, high ticket, and I want to be charging at least $1,000, then I need to be fixing a problem that is in demand and people are willing to pay a lot of money to fix, or at least $1,000 to fix. Now, you could potentially start with something lower, or maybe what you're doing isn't something that costs a lot, but maybe it's something that you can fix for those people in just a few calls. In which case, maybe you just want to charge something like $300 or even less, and you can just go for getting a few of your clients that way. So you have to look at what you're doing. Maybe it's not necessarily high ticket, maybe it's mid ticket, but also you want to make sure that you are charging what your time is worth and what you actually want to be getting out of this. So ideally, I say high ticket because if I'm going to be getting my first few clients in a month, I want to make sure that it's worth my time and effort and energy because I'm going to be doing a lot of calls for this. And if it's just worth a couple of $100, maybe it's not worth doing calls. It depends how worth it is that is to you. So you need to look at that and decide. But an in-demand problem that people are willing to pay for and are willing to pay a high ticket amount. And then I want to create an offer outline. I want to understand the price I'm going to charge and how I'm going to deliver it and what it is I'm going to deliver and in the structured way that I'm going to do it. This does not mean that we go out and we create our product. We don't. This is just a list of what it will take to get them the results, the different steps broken down. And you can say, I'm going to do this on the first call, this on the second one. And you may look at it and go, how can I do this? I've not worked with people before. Maybe it's easier if I just do some of the stuff for them. So maybe it's going to be a little bit of done with you and a little bit of done for you. So you might decide that on the call, it's easier if you're doing it with them, but you're the one that's actually still kind of doing it and putting things in place because that might accelerate the process. And then later on, you can find ways to automate that and scale out of it. But it may be easier if you're actually going to do some of it for them. So what we want to do is then have an outline of our offer so we understand when we do speak to someone on a call, what they're actually going to be getting out of it. So what are we going to be giving them? So when they have their questions, we're not just suddenly making it up on the spot and going, yeah, so I think I would probably start with this and then we'll move into that. No, be prepared for the call. Have a sheet of paper, a single sheet of paper outlining your offer. How are you going to deliver it? How many calls? Make sure it's on a fixed time scale. You say, okay, it's going to be 4 calls. We're going to meet weekly across a 4-week period. And then by the end of it, you'll have this. What we'll do on the calls is we'll actually implement it together and so on. So break that down so you know clearly in your head what's happening. And so do they, more importantly. Clients don't like surprises. They want to know how it's going to run, what's going to happen. Okay, that sounds good. Let's do it. And then optional, you could, if you're not confident yet and you haven't really done this and this is something new. So for example, you've seen an in-demand problem, but you're not experienced and you're going to go and research how to do that and understand how to do it yourself. Maybe you want to start working with some free beta clients. So maybe you would want to go on platforms like School, speak in different communities and offer your services for free to some people to get some results first for those people. Or I would actually offer people potentially to work for free first. But maybe I would go and work with a couple of free people to get a couple of beta clients so I can get some testimonials together and get some experience so that when I'm creating content or working with people, I'm more confident and I know what I'm talking about from experience. So that's quite an important one if this is something new. So then what I would do is I would generally go for the most straightforward way of doing this possible. And that would be literally going from my YouTube videos to booking a call. So it'd be booking a call, a free call of some kind, and then offering on that call, we speak to them directly. And then if we're a match, we offer them our coaching services. So literally it could just be YouTube videos, free call, and then going straight to basically speaking to them on Zoom or Google Meets or whatever you're going to use. Google Meets is quite a good one because it's cheaper. Google Meets will, I think for their standard account, it's about $14 a month. You can actually book calls on that. I think you can take payments for those calls if you want for future calls. So you could actually manage your payments through it. And they also have a booking page now where, a lot like Calendly, people can select a time and book in a free call to talk to you. So that could be probably the cheapest and easiest way to set up a simple booking system to book a call. And that with YouTube is probably one of the straightforwardest ways of making your first calls later on once you start to get some traffic. The other way, and probably my favorite way, is having a School community in between. You can still offer the free calls as well, a direct option for free calls. But the reason I like a School community is that not everybody is ready to book a free call. Not everybody wants to speak to you quite yet. They want to know a little bit more about you. They want to nurture things. Their confidence wants to build. So going directly to booking a call will get some of the low-hanging fruit for the people that are ready from your YouTube content. But having the option of a community is sort of a level down where you've got a better way to nurture them inside and sort of filter those people inside. So I generally recommend having a School community. This could be one of the $9 ones or whatever it's going to be. But it's just a great way for you to have more touch points, more human touch points with them, where you can DM, post, comment, send them emails and messages and so on. So there's more opportunity to get them on that potential call later on as trust is built. So this is the simple system I would have. I wouldn't have anything more complicated than this. Either going to School to call and then or YouTube direct to call. So just as few steps as possible. And once that's ready, once you have your offer outline and you understand who you're targeting and how you're going to help them, we want to reverse engineer our content. So rather than starting with traffic first, which is something a lot of people do, and then trying to fill that demand with something, which can be difficult because you're not necessarily speaking to the right people in the right way, we want to start with the idea first, the offer first, and then reverse engineer our content around that. We want to speak to the main pain points that they have and not focus on keywords. You're too new with your channel. There's no point, although we would want to do some keyword research to know the terms that people are using, so we know that we're speaking to our potential audience in the right way and not missing out on, or confusing YouTube even potentially. So we do want to use the right keywords in terms of tags, writing things in the descriptions and the wording of our title and so on, but more for the human side of things than actually focusing on sort of keywords and keyword research and so on. It's more about the pain. YouTube has gotten so smart these days that it's very interest driven. The algorithm will scan the video, it'll understand everything, but they can actually understand everything that you put in that video, and it will find the right people. So if you're really speaking to the pain points and the problems, YouTube will try and match up the people that have that problem to your video, and then you will hopefully get views from the right people. Now, it can take a little bit of time, and we're going to be wanting to produce quite a bit of content in that first month to try and get that critical mass. I would be wanting to upload at least every other day to try and get my channel to grow and explode. When I was doing faceless YouTube channels and I was growing multiple channels, whenever I started a channel, it generally took 30 to 35 videos on average to get monetized. So that give you an idea of, as long as you're creating around a single topic and around a lot of those problems and pain points and making it so that everybody wants to watch each video you create, then you can potentially get monetized. And that's not even our goal. So we can assume that if we can get 15 or 20 videos, the right videos up in a month, then we're going to grow, we're going to get views. A couple of those videos are perhaps going to pop off a bit and get some more views, and that will bring people towards us, hopefully, and then we'll be able to book a call or get them inside the community and nurture them towards a call. So once you've got the main pain points jotted down, write down the main problems that they're having for those particular problems for that client, and what are the 10 main problems, the 10 main bottlenecks or issues that they're having. And then we want to speak directly to those problems in our videos. Each video wants to address that problem. And then we can address it over and over in different ways, always speaking to the problem, showing them the solution and how to overcome it. We want to be helping that problem. The idea of that problem should get them closer away from that pain. So we talk about mini wins inside our community and our programs. If we can get the mini wins on our channel, then they're going to trust us a lot more. So you really do want to be helping them with that pain or problem. You want to get them to the next step. Now they trust you more. Yes, that worked. I'm slightly more out of pain. Now I want to work with you. That's the idea. So it shouldn't just be very loose, general stuff that's not going to bring any value. We want them to actively come to us going, that was brilliant. I want more. Give me more. Give me. So we want to speak directly to those problems in our videos. And we want to speak to our experience and our authority and show our authority as well. So assuming that you have experience in this, and if you haven't, again, obviously go and get it. We'll get some. Or research, and the experience can be your own experience. It doesn't have to necessarily be you working with other clients. But as long as you understand it enough to demonstrate your authority in the videos, then you don't necessarily need testimonials at this stage, because people will see your authority. They will trust that. They'll be drawn to you. And if you're sharing nuggets of wisdoms that actually, again, helped with their problems, then they're more likely to book a call with you. And then on the call, you'll alleviate any further doubts or issues that they have, because that's the benefit of a call. You can actually get to know each other. Connection and trust is there. You can overcome any objections that they have on the phone, rather than having to try and automate that process with testimonials and sales pages and so on. So once you've done all of that and you've got your content ideas going based around those problems, inside each video, we want a soft call to action. So a soft call to action. And the reason we want a soft call to action is that you don't necessarily have the authority yet. You don't necessarily have the views. We don't want to scare people away. We're a very new channel. So therefore, we want to be less aggressive if you want to work with us, book a call. We want to sort of go very soft things like, if you want help implementing this, join my free community or book a free strategy call. So if you would like my personal help, or if you would like more help with this problem, or if you would like more help implementing this into your business, then feel free to book a free strategy call, which I'll link to in the video description. Nice and easy. And again, if you've got a community, it could be, if you would like more help implementing this and going into more depth, then I will link to our free community in the video description. Something along those lines. So not so aggressive that if you want to hire me to do this thing for you, then book a call. It's a bit too much. People know they're going to be sold to. We want to make sure that it feels softer and that they know it's free. They're going to get more value from you. It's no pressure. However, there is still implied that you would obviously be selling something to them. And then if we look at the community option more, which again, I prefer the community option because I think you just have more opportunity to build an audience and also have more ways to nurture people that weren't potentially ready for the call. So nurturing is the key thing inside. And we can do this with small wins again through small trainings that we do or Q&A calls, free trainings that we do inside. The more you speak with people, the more contact you have, the more likely they are to take an action of booking a call and potentially working with you. So we want to be DMing, doing posts, and just nurturing outright. And we want to be doing it in a way that it's obviously the unscalable in the beginning. It's more of the personal side because you've probably only got a few members in there anyways. So you should be chatting to them like they're normal friends. You should be almost treating the community like it's a WhatsApp group where you're openly DMing people, tagging people in posts and so on, and really trying to pull them back into the conversation to make sure that conversations are getting fired up. We want to make it easy for them to come to you. So we want to show them where they can book a call. We want to make it easy for them to come to a free Q&A session or to reply to us in a DMs. We want more ways for them to come to us with a conversation that we've probably started in the first place, but we want to make it easier for them to come towards us. And then private conversations, as I said, for the first few clients. So to get your first few clients and maybe your first more than a few clients, we want to be doing, as I said, the unscalable and having private chats with them. And that's going to be DMing them personally. Don't wait for automations and so on. DM them. Spark conversations. Find out what they are truly struggling with. What is their main problem? And if you think you can fix it, then offer some advice and say, hey, if you want to book a call, we can have a quick chat on this. I think it's something I could potentially help you with. Even if you say no pressure, don't worry about it, but let's help them. And if you help people and it gives them a little breakthrough, people normally feel like they need to reciprocate. So if you do help people and they got value out of it, they may want to book with you, especially if they can potentially afford it. And if they can't and they don't, treat it as practice. The more of these calls you do, the better. Keep it simple. So this really is what I would say most of all of it is keep your offer simple. So offer advice on the call. Keep that simple. Tell them how you can help them. So if you think you can help, tell them how you can help. Offer advice. Tell them how you can help. Tell them the outcome you could do if you work together. Tell them how you would deliver that, and then tell them the price. So don't overcomplicate those calls. Keep it simple. But then the strategy overall I would do is literally just sending all of my YouTube views. I would just keep creating videos around those problems, sending them with my soft call to action to my offer or my school community or directly to a call. And I would just keep doing that non-stop over and over and over for that 30-day or even, 45-day, let's say, period when I'm producing a lot of content and firing up my channel. And someone will book a call. Some of these people will book a call, especially if you are speaking to their pain and problem. And the main thing is that you don't need any funnels or complex setups. It's not about scaling. And this is the thing. It's not about scaling. What we're doing is we're starting messy and simple. So it's not about scaling at all at this point, although you could probably do this quite a bit to get quite a number of clients. But doing this simple setup and not adding too many parts that are going to cause you friction and your clients friction. We want to keep things as simple as possible. Content and towards your offer with just a simple call system in the middle. Ideally a community, because that's, in my opinion, just going to make it better so you can nurture more people. Now, I hope you found value in that. If you would like more help setting up your community business and growing it with YouTube, then I'll also link to our free community in the video description. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.